Hello everyone, my name is Edoardo, and today we're going to present our marketing presentation about Neo. Let's start with Neo's market segmentation. First of all, we have Neo geographic segmentation. So Neo at the moment sells its cars only in China, and therefore it is impossible to purchase a Neo car here in Europe or in the US. But according to some articles and from what the CEO of NIO has declared, since now the company will be able to enter the European market by 2022, and then will instead be able to enter the US market around 2023. Of course, NIO is trying to expand towards the continents such as Europe and the US, where there are large cities, very polluted, and where the demand for electric cars in the future, of course, will be very, very high. Here on the right, we have, in fact, a map of China, where there are located all the NIO car batteries recharge stations. And the first thing that catches our eyes is obviously the fact that these stations are located in big Chinese cities such as Shanghai, here, Beijing, and for example also Shenzhen. Here we have some examples that prove that NIO is slowly trying to expand outside of China, which is that NIO has already some offices outside China, like the one in London, in England, or the one in Munich, in Germany, and even one in San Jose, in the famous Silicon Valley in the United States. And all of this is the proof of what I said before, that NIO is trying to expand. Next, we have the demographic segmentation. So NIO in this aspect pays a lot of attention, as NIO tries to not to limit itself to a single market, but precisely to offer its customers a wide range of choice, as we can see here in the image up. In fact, NIO is not only offering to its clients luxury sports cars like this one, but also cars made for everyday everyday life, or for like families, so small cars like this one. The goal of NIO, of course, is to make all its customers proud of having a NIO car, which is called brand identity, and to sell its products to all the people who are approaching the world of electric vehicles, also called these days EV market, which of course will be the future of car manufacturers. So finally, we have physiographic segmentation. So as I mentioned before, NIO sells both luxury sports cars to people who love speed, of course, and I'm very attentive to the performance of a car, and also cars made for families who, instead of the performance of a car, maybe they care a little less, but they prefer a car that is very spacious, safe, and of course comfortable for his family. And in this case, we can say that NIO is doing an excellent job about it. So, and now Davide, my classmate, will tell you about the last segmentation.
Hello, everybody. My name is Davide Saldarini, and we'll proceed with the presentation. Well, NIO is still very young as a company, as evidenced by the fact that it is only available in China. But that doesn't mean it doesn't have a great potential. In fact, NIO in China has a good reputation, and many families chose it over other car companies. The fact that NIO sales in recent months has risen drastically is proof of how the reputation of the NIO brand in China is rising. In addition to all of this, the the Chinese government, is happy to help companies such as NIO, since it is advertising the EV market, which is the future for all the car companies over the world. Uh, Moving on to the targeting of NIO. NIO is an electric vehicle EV company. Its market is the EV market, or the EV industry. The EEV is growing by the minute today, with huge rises on the stock market. NIO is competing against companies such as XPeng or Tesla, Tesla being the one in the lead for now. NIO's stocks has risen for more than 100% in the last couple of months, which is astonishing. What is NIO's strategy then, and who are they targeting? NIO is targeting the people who are interested in the electric automotive industry. Yes, this is a very broad market, but this is what NIO is trying to achieve, and working on such a large target is the only way to do so. Being against huge competitors such as Tesla, getting at the top and being the market leader is what the goal is, and this is what it takes for NIO to become as powerful. NIO is in fact working on having different ranges of cars, for example, from the ones with high speed and low comfort to the ones with an average speed and as comfortable as they can get. Meaning that um, NIO is trying to be as flexible as possible for any type of consumers, so that the brand is liked and enjoyed by a variety of different customers.
I'm Alessandro Iani de Grassa, and now I'll start off by discussing the positioning. So first, I'm going to give a brief definition of what actually positioning is. It refers to the ability to influence consumer perception regarding a brand and/or product, and the objective that why brands use this method is actually just to make their own brand more popular, and in the end goal to make consumers pick their product over their competitors. NIO is quite a new brand, and it's a startup brand, so they only have very few models that are already out on the market. The current models are EP9, EC6, ES6, and ES8. Two of which are more like family SUV cars, and two of them are more sort of a sports styled automobile. So as mentioned before, NIO declares itself as a user brand rather than a car brand. So in ways in which it achieves this, and this is stated on their website, they try to do innovation sustained by engineering, a blue sky coming, the utopia of tomorrow, and the considerate innovator. All of these will be explained in more detail in the following slides. So the first sort of area in which NIO used to help position themselves in the market is what they call innovation sustained by engineering. So a good example of this in the case of NIO was that in 2018, they were the world's first in-car AI system, Nomi. So that's pretty much just driver system, so a NIO pilot. And it sort of goes with their main idea that the brand will offer an experience backed by smart engineering to help the driver in all senses. Then the next point is blue sky coming. So NIO's brand in Chinese, when it translates into English, it means blue sky coming. This is really one of the main points, is that they are really, their brand is all about protecting the environment and developing and innovating in a sustainable manner. And this can be again seen in their logo. So the semicircle on top symbolizes the sky, so in more detail, openness, vision, and the future, while the bottom bit represents the earth, so direction, action, and forward momentum. This all goes with their sort of main goal that they want to lead electric vehicles, and they want to be at the forefront of this development.
I'm Daniel Andrews, and I will be continuing with NIO's positioning, following on from what Alessandro said. The final two ways in which NIO makes itself unique is its Utopia of Tomorrow initiative, accompanied by the drive to continue to be a considerate innovator in the electrical car market. NIO's Utopia of Tomorrow initiative places great emphasis on trying to build a world where life is improved, enhanced, and perfected by clean energy. Therefore, they have created NIO houses. NIO houses are covered in greenery, neatly laid out in a sleek, minimalistic design, as you can picture. NIO drivers come to these houses to escape the busy, polluted cities. The considerate innovator part of NIO's positioning cares just as much about the driving experience as the hardware of the vehicle, making a driving experience something pleasurable rather than a chore. As the considerate innovator, they take care of your needs while offering a delightful experience as they are smart, thoughtful, and innovative. However, despite NIO's forward-thinking approach, what they create doesn't differ from their competitors. In the electric vehicle industry, companies all seem to be following the same path. The companies such as Tesla, Ford, Chevrolet. There's a current challenge and struggle to be initiative in this market and create the next big thing. However, NIO is certainly doing well in this with the creation of Nomi, which can be likened to Amazon's Alexa. However, NIO have installed this in their vehicles, having a driver companion like this on solo journeys can change it from being a laborious chore to a more pleasurable experience for the driver.
The word NIO comes from Chinese and it means blue sky coming. This is because NIO is producing cars which have zero CO2 emissions in the atmosphere, and because they are 100% electric. However, they still have excellent performances which could be compared to cars which use fuel, and sometimes their performances are even better. A customer-based brand equity is the value that a brand is given according to the customer's experiences. In fact, if the customers have a positive feeling about that brand, generally there will be a positive brand equity. NIO has to revise constantly and evaluate constantly its brand equity because they operate in a very competitive market. For this reason, some of the main components of brand equity are going to be analyzed. The first one is brand awareness, which means that the customers are aware of the presence of NIO, and that a high brand awareness increases the visibility of the company into the eyes of customers and also possible future customers, and also helps NIO in getting more attention and more consideration from customers, from people who do not know how NIO works. Another aspect is brand association, which is the memories and the previous experiences that people had with NIO, and for example also the interaction that these people had with the employees of NIO. This reason, NIO has to carefully plan the interaction that customers have with their internal and external factors, which could be government, shareholders, and also the media. And the customers also develop brand association, evaluating different environmental factors. The third one is perceived quality, which is the perception of the customers of the quality of the product that NIO is offering. So in this case, cars. So if everything that NIO said and promised the cars would have been like, actually are. And the last one is brand loyalty, which is one of the most important aspects for NIO, because it is related to both the attitudinal and behavioral brand equity. Attitudinal refers to the feeling that people have towards the brand, so towards NIO, while behavioral is related to the repetition of loyal customers who continue to buy the same products from NIO. And this helps NIO to its ability to introduce new products and also to erect barriers against new players who are trying to enter in the business, because they could almost be considered market leaders. There are two problems of NIO is that, for example, they said that in 2021 they would like to enter in the European market, but in the European market there's also Tesla, which is the market leader of the electronic cars in Europe. So they must have a really strong impact on the market, and they could do so like trying to get already in touch with people now, even though they're not already present. And another suggestion we could give to NEO is that they should work more on specific campaigns for their different products in order to obtain specific targets in the market they are working in and that are aiming to enter, for example, the European and in the future also the American one.